It's Tuesday, July 29th, 2025. Today is the Tuesday update, and we are still seeing extremely hot temperatures, but that is expected to cool down, and we have a lot more weather to talk about, too. First, I'm going to talk about this area here, the Eastern Pacific. It's just been exploding with tropical systems and a lot of hurricanes. There's actually this hurricane here. It is a major hurricane right now, and it's expected to continue that way for a little bit longer, but it's not endangering Hawaii as far as I know. It could be sending waves there, but it's not that concerning for Hawaii. This one is only expected to be a tropical system, and it's not going to hit Hawaii either. And then we have a bunch of risk areas, like we have this area, 90% chance of a disturbance in the next 7 days. And then this one's the same way, except for only a 30% chance. This is a 60% chance. These have a bigger risk of actually going down over here. They have a bigger risk of that, but the chances are right now looking small. But over the next month, it's expected to stay this way, where we just start to see a lot of systems go through here. So we might actually have a hurricane hit Hawaii. Now I'm going to talk about the severe weather for today and tomorrow. We have a big slight risk right now. It's mainly looking concerning for damaging winds. You can see we have a hashed risk of damaging winds greater than 75 mile an hour. So I would be prepared for some significant damaging winds. Maybe not quite widespread, but it's still concerning. And then our bigger hail threat is over here. Then tomorrow we do have a big marginal risk here. We could see 70 mile an hour winds possible, so I wouldn't be surprised if it upgrades to a slight risk. And then over here we have another marginal risk. And the tornado threat, there's not any tornado threat with this. There is a small hail threat though. Now I'm going to talk about the flooding. We have a slight risk here for flooding, so watch out for flooding. We just haven't had a break from full flooding. Over here we have another slight risk, and then tomorrow we're actually in the marginal risk for flooding. And then the next day, on Thursday, we have another marginal risk here. We have a slight risk here. Then on Friday we have a slight risk here and a marginal risk all along here. Then on Saturday we have another slight risk. So from now until Saturday we are going to have a slight risk for each day. So it's concerning for flooding, especially since we're seeing so much of it in one period. And also the major heat is still there today and tomorrow for our area. You can see our area is surrounded by a extreme heat warning, which means we could have temperatures, heat indexes 110 or higher. So this is a crazy heat wave, and tomorrow we're gonna still see high temperatures too. And as we go farther, like into Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, we're gonna start to see major heat over in this area, and we'll have a break from heat. And we probably won't have heat this bad for the rest of this year, so that's a good sign. But also, at some point, I do think I'll talk about more about it in a later video, but like in a month or a little later, I do think there's a chance that we have just a very active period of severe weather. But so far, none of the models are showing it. I just think the stages are setting up for that in the farther future. Another thing I want to talk about is we've still been seeing a lot of severe weather. This time I decided to show you in the last 12 hours. This is all the severe weather we've seen. We've had a major derecho last night, which is straight line winds that went through Minnesota and Iowa, and you can see we have winds close to 90, if not higher than 90. In our area, we actually had some damaging wind reports, so we've actually been seeing a little bit of severe weather, even though we didn't have any risks in our area. And then over here, we actually did have some major damaging winds over here too. So it was a really active night last night for severe weather. And that is all the weather talk I have for you today. Please subscribe to my channel and turn notifications on, that way you don't miss out on any new videos. I hope to see you on Friday again. If we have severe weather in our area, David Powell will be going live with Weather and Wisdom. And goodbye, I'll see you in the next one.